It's clear that fewer people are still considering sticking closer to home for their vacations this year. That includes our Keith Carson.
He's planning some trips abroad right now, and it got him, an electric vehicle owner, thinking about gas engines, air travel, and carbon footprints, and how it all affects not only Maine's changing climate, but globally as well.
Transportation accounts for 14% of global carbon dioxide emissions and has become a significant target for improvement to slow down climate change. We've done several stories on electric cars and hybrids, but that's only one part of the pie, so to speak. Commercial air travel has a significant carbon footprint as well. Although aviation accounts for only 2.5% of global CO2 emissions, it's a hot-button issue surrounding climate change. This is for a few reasons. One, the emissions are released higher in the atmosphere, leading to an increased warming effect. And two, higher income groups that are more likely to take other steps to reduce their carbon footprint are also more likely to be frequent flyers. According to CNBC, 70% of electric car customers have an income of at least $100,000, compared to the median household income of $70,000. At the same time, Pew Research found that individuals earning over $80,000 are significantly more likely to have visited multiple countries, which requires more extensive air travel. I sat down with Jonathan Rubin, climate change economist at UMaine, to ask the pointed but obvious question.
Someone like myself who drives an electric vehicle but travels overseas during non-COVID times, say 2 times a year, does about 3 domestic flights, am I actually putting out more carbon than someone who just drives a gas car but doesn't travel by air?
Well, the simple answer is probably. We know that if, say, New York to London, round trip's about 7,000 miles. 2 trips from New York to London is about equivalent to how much an average person would drive each year, which is about 12 to 15,000 miles per year. So yes, if you go a couple flights to London and back each year, would be equivalent to all the miles, all the emissions from driving.
It's important to realize that on a per mile basis, flying isn't much more carbon intensive than other forms of transport. The issue here is pure miles. To go back to our example of New York to London, that's 7,000 miles, much farther than most road trips. And if you go from New York to Perth, Australia, that's a cool 12,000 miles. It adds up fast. So what, if anything, can be done about the carbon footprint of aviation?
If you have to fly, you have to fly, right? I fly as well, right? I mean, let's be clear. But in the near term, it really is saying, do I need to take that trip? And if you have to take it, you could, I suppose, buy carbon offsets. There are commercial companies that allow you to buy carbon credits.
The other thing that can reduce the carbon footprint of your next flight, high load factors. What does that mean? Well, the more people you can get on a given flight, the less carbon intensive it is per capita. So those cramped seats we all hate, they're technically helping combat climate change. At least they got that going for them, which is nice. Keith Carson, CENTER Maine.
Something to think about. Keith, by the way, has the day off.